Councillor Doug Ford talks with Humber News and points fingers at college president John Davis about Humber's position on the transit vote.
I just wish John would sit down with us. He never called us.
And Davis responds. Humber News starts now.
Hello, it's February 10th, 2012. Welcome to a special edition of Humber News. Coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus, I'm Justin Irwin. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Katie O'Connor. Ahead in our show, we have news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, Justin has our top story.
Just days after Rob Ford lost the vote for his subway plans in City Council, Etobicoke North Councillor Doug Ford sat down in his office to talk one-on-one with Humber News. He spoke to reporter Liz Cavan yesterday afternoon about transit, TTC Chair Karen Stintz, and Humber College's statement supporting light rapid transit.
What was your reaction to Wednesday's vote?
Well, we were disappointed with the vote. We have a bunch of left-wing councillors that live downtown dictating to the people of Scarborough on their transportation needs. Mm-hmm. And we differ on the transportation plan.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that there's a compromise to be made between the two sides? Is that feasible?
We called the chair in. We had a deal. Hour later, I guess something went off in her brain that she couldn't get the lefties on side, and the deal was broken. Mm-hmm. So we were always open to compromise. We're always open to listening to people. But what we will not waver on is treating the people in Scarborough as second-class citizens, and that's what's happening right now.
John Davis, the president of Humber College, issued a statement saying that he is supporting the college is supporting the LRT lines that go across Finch Avenue West and access Humber College. How does that affect your decision making going forward?
I know John, and I have the utmost respect for John. I just wish John would sit down with us. He never called us, never communicated. So really right now John is making his decision based on talking to one group of folks. The mayor has said very clearly he supports a transit plan, a transit plan in the city, running along Finch, and Shepherd and Eglinton. That was our plan from day one, and we're going to continue focusing on underground transit.
Councillor Stintz, the chair of the TTC, do you think that she has repercussions coming?
Well, let me answer it this way. The people will decide that. And I think it shows the character of someone when, no matter if it's in the private sector or the public sector, if you put your trust and your faith into someone and they look at you square in the eyes and tell you that they're pro-subway and they're pro-Shepherd line in Eglinton Underground, and then they go behind your back and they don't tell the commission that she directly reports into, she doesn't talk to the administration or the mayor's office, and does a backroom deal with the province, not only Rob Ford would have an issue with that, every CEO in the country would have an issue with that, and every mayor in the city, future or prior mayors would have an issue with that.
Considering that City Council is elected as representatives of the people, do you have a comment on the mayor's stance that the vote was so-called irrelevant?
Yeah, well, let me tell you what the mayor meant on being irrelevant. And to a point, it is true, but he doesn't believe council is irrelevant on making decisions. So let's clear that up first. What he was saying very clearly, and it's the truth, there's one person making this decision, and that's Premier Dalton McGuinty. That's his sole decision. He's the one driving the ship. Metrolinx owns the Eglinton line. It's his $8.4 billion. And everyone knows, anyone who's ever spent time at the province understands the Premier makes the decision.
Thank you again for sitting down with me. What was it that made you sort of, into the idea of sitting down with Humber students and talking?
Oh, you go back to my history. I love Humber. kind of the Humber alumni. I went to Humber. I love Humber, and we work closely with John on the mayor's cricket match, and he came out. But if you could pass on a message, and I'll look into the camera, John, please, before you make decisions, sit down and get two sides of the story. You know us well enough, you know our cell numbers, give me a call, and maybe once you get the other side of the story before making decisions, maybe you should sit down with the mayor and sit down with myself, and maybe you'll take a different approach before getting out there and just getting out there. I better stop where I'm at there.
I spoke to Humber President John Davis this morning about Doug Ford's comments. He says, quote, "It's really important to improve rapid transit along Finch. I think the position we took was very consistent with that. We don't see any other option with rapid transit coming to Humber other than the LRT line." Davis also says he has always supported that position and was disappointed when the LRT plan appeared to be cancelled. He says it's not just Humber, but also residents in North Etobicoke who need better access to public transit.
With respect to the province, Premier Dalton McGuinty has said he needs the approval of Council to proceed with the transit plan. The Provincial Minister of Transportation says, "I don't know where Mayor Ford got the sense that the Premier was advocating or the partnership advocated for subways. It's not a decision for the Mayor, it's a decision for Council. We have no choice but to abide by the decision of Council on that type of issue."
As to accusations of betrayal, TTC Chair Karen Stintz has said she thought she was fairly clear when communicating about the transit problems. She says it wasn't a problem Rob or Doug Ford wanted to accept or acknowledge.
For more on the interview with Doug Ford, go to thedailyplanet.com. When we come back, we'll have more news. Thomas Surska will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Alicia Parchment.
Looks like you'll have to bring out your shovels this weekend as some snow is on its way. I'll have your full 5-day weather forecast after the break.